So for our IoT project, we wired a float switch to one of the photon devices, and then we wired a temperature logger to the other photon device. Chesty, you want to talk about the temperature logger?
Okay, the temperature logger. Here's the code for it. You can change the time interval on how often you want to log the code, and it actually communicates with the switch logger, and it displays the temperature for if it sends the message that the switch has been activated. And the wiring diagram for it is temp pin 1 goes to the resistor and 3v3 on the photon, and temp pin 2 goes to the other side of the resistor, and to DV, temp pin 3, the ground goes to the photon ground, and then you got to have your power source here on it. And Matt, you want to talk about your wiring?
So what we have here then is we have our float switch, which you can put in a condensate pan or a hot water heater pan, and that's pretty simple because it's a regularly open switch. So it only has 2 connections, and we're connecting to the D6 pin connection and the ground pin connection. So basically the main function of this then, and here's our code just for that, for the float switch. And if you look at we have our logger active here. So what happens is our float switch is normally open. So the only thing that we should be reading is temperature data, which is what we're getting from the temperature logger. So when the float switch is activated by water level, we're going to get this high water signal, which sends a signal to this photon, which uses our IFTT program in order to send a text message to a phone, which will read out the high water. Can't get to focus here. It will read out the high water alarm and temperature. So it's going to publish both of those. So the 2 photons are going to talk to one another, and then publish that data via text to the user. And the great thing about this is you could apply it to pretty much any system where you'd want to monitor water. So like as we said, condensate pan, hot water heater pan, even something for a washing machine. That's our IoT project.